Welcome to the ClassForKids monthly roundup for June. So what a tremendously busy June it was here at ClassForKids. Straight out the gate, we went to see Touch United, who run football and gymnastics classes side by side. We had a little conversation with Yusuf and AJ, who are the founders of Touch United, just to hear from them a little bit more about what it is they do over there.
Gymnastics has got the core skills of football, in terms of core stability, there's strength, there's flexibility and power. It's a great complement, and it's something which I did when I was younger. I was very much involved in football and gymnastics programme, and what we've noticed is the children that are going into our programme, they're going into gymnastics and football, they're going into both programmes, and it's making them better performers in both. And it also gives them an avenue. Well, they've got a football platform, there's also a gymnastics avenue for them as well to go on. In terms of going forward, as the name says, Touch United, we're not just, although football is our main, provide our main brand, we are looking at, other sports as well. So we've got gymnastics, but we've got plans as well for other sports, athletics and others down the line as well.
I suppose what we're most proud of is the positive impact that we've had for children, for parents, for coaches, for everybody that's part of Touch United. There's such a feel-good factor about it. We know it as the magic of Touch United, and to perhaps speak from personal experience, I can recall many instances of a child coming to Touch United for the very first time, and they can often be shy and reserved, hesitant to get involved. Because of the approach that we take and the way that we've trained our coaches, we can often encourage that child to get involved. And a few weeks after they've started, we see a 180 transformation where they've went from being shy and reserved, hesitant, perhaps clinging to mum or dad, and then they're literally jumping for joy weeks later and having the time of their lives. Again, we know that is the magic of Touch United, and for me, that's the thing I'm most proud about.
Not once to stay still for very long, we also managed to get over to Ireland to have some FaceTime with our customers over there. We managed to speak to Niamh from Bamba Irish Dancing and Paul from Project Fashion. Here are some of the conversations we managed to have with those guys right now.
Yeah, the class register works and the terms and being able to rebook the children on for the next term, and it's automatically done, so I can see. I like that it's up online, that children can book on for a trial, that other people can book, so I can advertise it and people can go on and they can see the schedule and they can book on, and that if the class is full, there's a waiting list, they can be added to the waiting list. It takes all of that kind of pressure away from me. I would get less phone calls and less inquiries. People just go on and they book the trial, and then I see them on the day, and that helps.
So let's start off. Do you want to tell me a little bit about yourself and also about how Project Fashion happened?
Absolutely, yeah. So back in 2000, I graduated from Fashion College, and one of the big things that I found in Fashion College was that a lot of students on the degree course were not able to sew. So they spent a lot of their time learning how to sew as well as trying to get creative and find themselves as a designer. So that always stuck with me. And then I went on and set my own label up and everything else. And one day my son plays rugby, so I'm down sat in the cafeteria there and see all these girls sitting around on their laptops waiting for their brothers to finish. Yeah. So I thought, right, next week I'm going to bring a couple of sewing machines down, see if they're interested. So brought them down and they all were swarming on top of them, and that's how we're initiated. We set up a little club there then, and I opened up other venues and I was running it 5 days a week, and then it started snowballing from there, employing people, and now we employ 50 staff all across the country. And yeah, the whole idea is to teach these kids at a young age a lovely skill set.
Yeah.
Whether they go on to do it professionally or not, it's a great skill set to have, especially with this whole sustainable thing coming on at the moment. But yeah, and then if they do go on to study, they're back to where I was on the course, on the fashion course, on the degree course. They will have the skill set on the degree course, and then they can just focus on being creative rather than learning how to sew.
So that's all from June here in Class for Kids. The next time we see you in July, we will have ran our Future Coaches event, shameless plug. We're really looking forward to them, and if you're coming along, we look forward to seeing you too. See you all next time in July.